So, Sonic Racing Crossworlds has been out for 4 months now, and in that time, it has been getting a constant string of DLC characters, vehicles, music tracks, and actual racetracks. So I thought I would go ahead and rank every DLC character so far. First, I want to mention 2 things. One, I won't be ranking characters that are confirmed for the game that aren't out yet. Characters like Mega Man, Tangle, Whisper, and the Avatar characters. Mostly because I haven't had a chance to see all that they have to offer. Second, I won't be factoring festivals into my ranking, mostly because I have not played all the festivals, so I can't really speak for the ones I haven't played. With all that being said, let's get right into it. In last place, we have Ichiban from Yakuza. I've never played a Yakuza game, so he doesn't really speak to me in that sense. And on top of that, I don't really like how he looks on any of the vehicles, including his own vehicle. Speaking of his vehicle, I don't like the look of that either. And he doesn't have a track or anything, so he can't be saved in that department. The only good thing he brings to the table is the music in the jukebox. Next, we have Joker from Persona 5. I'm a bit more familiar with Persona, but not too familiar. However, Joker has a few advantages. For one, his vehicle actually looks good. The only problem with his vehicle is that it's a car. This will come up later, but the extreme gear is just more fun than the cars, so I never use them. So characters with extreme gear will be ranked higher. Anyways, the music he adds to the jukebox is peak. His character design is fine. He was a pretty cool addition to the roster. Next, we have SpongeBob. Now, I've never watched SpongeBob before. I know I live under a rock, but I'm not here to say SpongeBob should have never been in the game. I think he's a cool enough addition to the roster that fits pretty well. SpongeBob's animations are super exaggerated and fun to look at. The Krabby Patty car is fine, I guess. However, the music added is pretty trash, and the track is one of the more boring and generic tracks in the roster. Lap 3 has basically no differences. On top of that, the track has a very basic layout and is butt ugly compared to all of the other DLC tracks. Looks like the frickin' booster course pass. Sure, it might be better if you have an attachment to the source material and get all the references, but for me, who has never seen SpongeBob, I could care less. Next, we have Nights into Dreams. This is the first franchise on the list I actually cared about. Nights was created by Sonic Team, so it's nice to see them here. On top of that, their character design is amazing and fits right in with most of the Sonic cast. The vehicle is also extreme gear, so that's +1 in my book. It also looks pretty good, that's kind of important too. The music tracks added are also really great. This was just a great addition all around. Next we have Minecraft. I've played my fair share of Minecraft, but I'm not as into it as I was before, and that's shown through the fact that I hate all of the playable characters. I just don't like playing as any of them. They look awful in anything that's not the minecart. And since I don't use carts, I don't use the Minecraft characters. On top of that, even if I want to use the minecart with anyone else, I wouldn't want to because it looks awkward for anyone who isn't Steve. However, what saved this DLC was the new track, because that track is probably top 5 in the game, easily. The fact that there's a literal crossworld within the first lap with you going to the nether is really cool. Then some of the creepers destroy the track on the 3rd lap, taking you to the end dimension, which is insanely awesome. On top of that, the track itself is just beautiful. The music they added is also really good. Next we have the last free DLC character, Hatsune Miku. And before Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I knew who Miku was, but I never really cared that much. However, the month before Sonic Racing Crossworlds was announced, we got the announcement that 5 new Miku songs would be created, collabing with something Sonic related. A new song would be released every week up until the game came out, and all 5 songs would be in the game. When I saw this post, I thought, okay, whatever. And then I thought I would just listen to the first one, because why not? And then, it happened. I became a Miku fan. I know, crazy. The music was actually surprisingly good. Also, that makes it have the best music out of any of the DLC characters. On top of that, her character design is pretty good and fits pretty well with her extreme gear. which, speaking of which, her extreme gear, the Diva Machine, is probably one of my favorites in the game, and is one of my most used vehicles. Also, she's the only DLC character with a voice. The only thing holding it back is the lack of a new track. Other than that, absolute cinema. Lastly, we have Pac-Man. This guy delivers on all fronts. The characters added are amazing. Pac-Man and the Ghosts are easily my favorite designs for DLC characters so far. They fit in so well with the current roster. They're very cartoony and have amazing animations. In fact, Blinky has been my new main. The vehicle isn't extreme gear, but it's pretty good nonetheless. The music is also really great. However, the main thing is the amazing track. You drive through the Pac Village from Pac-Man World 2. And on top of that, also drive through the original Pac-Man maze. The coolest thing about the maze is that it benefits the frontrunners, because when you get in the maze, you chase Pac-Man through the maze until he eats you and you're out. However, if you get into the maze later, you have the ghosts block off parts of the maze as track hazards. There's also a ton of really tight turns that are fun to pull off. It's easily one of the best, if not the best, track in the game, hands down. On top of that, I don't know if this necessarily counts, but in Pac-Man World 2 Repack, you also have the Sonic Collab DLC where Pac-Man can run through Green Hill Zone with a Sonic costume and fight Eggman. It's definitely just one of the best Sonic collabs in general. So that's my list. Thank you for watching all the way through, and maybe comment down below on what you think the best DLC is and what the worst is. And while you're down there, tell me why I'm wrong on how SpongeBob is somehow better than Pac-Man. But that's all from me. Peace.